Do you own an ML430? I do. And this video is about that. This is my ML430. I'm going to be putting spark plugs in it today. That should be the title of the video, I think. Unless I change my mind. But it's very simple to do. They hold 16 plugs. The ML430 does. 8 plus 8 is 16. They hold 16. And I was surprised. And somebody put copper plugs in this. And copper you should never run in your ML430. I'm just going to get this out here. It'll make your coil packs keep going dead. It'll make it run bad. Because the output for the voltage from the coil packs will melt the copper over time. And copper only lasts a couple thousand of miles. Buy some Iridiums. Do it once. You shouldn't have to touch it again for 60,000 miles or 100,000. You shouldn't have to touch it anytime soon. And the price of Iridium, you know, if you take on the price compared to the maintenance intervals, you know, copper just ain't worth it. Just buy the Iridium plugs. I show you what I use. Go ahead and pop the hood and get started. So I got a helper with me today. You could do this by yourself, but I just enjoy having company when I work on stuff because it keeps me from getting mad, especially if I lose a tool or a 10mm or something. You know, having somebody to talk to keeps, because you out there working on your car by yourself, you just start flinging tools and, you know, just saying all kinds of naughty things. Or is that just me? Now, I don't know about you, but is this a good view? I think it is. You can't see what I'm doing in the motor, but I can show you what I use and stuff. I use these. This is the part number. That's what's in this. Now, if you're doing this, I recommend getting new plug wires, especially if they ain't never been changed. Now, you can go to your part store. It's going to be stupid expensive, like you wish you never bought a Mercedes. Expensive. But you can get online, buy these. They are a lot cheaper. I got these off eBay. Here's the part number. Right here. I don't know what the seller was. I bought these a while back. I've been changing the spark plugs on this ML430 a little at a time because I drive it a lot. So I changed 8 spark plugs and I've been doing this for about a year. It's best to do this all at the same time. I'm losing my spark plug wires. Here you go. And it's just do what I say, not as I do. It's best to change them all at the same time. Saves you trouble. Now, if you don't want to do them at the same time and just do them a couple a day or something, you just ain't got time. You see these coil packs with the white dots? This has got all new plugs in it with 2 new plug wires. So maybe you like this camera view a little bit better and you want to make sure your vehicle is cooled off. The things you will need for this job, if you're doing the whole thing, is definitely this, because in the back it gets kind of tight. A kind of a shorty extension, a longer extension, a ratchet, and the spark plug socket. That's a 5/8. That's the tools you will be needing to do this job. If there ain't any tools I forgot about or any easier way to do this, comment in the comment section below to let everybody know who watches this. So let's go ahead, put me some gloves on, because I don't want to get my hands dirty. And I'm going to pick out the coil pack I'm not touched yet, which is this one. I'm going to get me some fingernail polish once I'm done to finish this out. Make sure always is snapped in. Good. Grab it down here at the bottom and pull. Ugh. You can see this old wire here would be perfectly fine to reuse. But sometimes they stick on top here and you just can't get them out. God, dog. And when you can't do that, you need to get your little one-way and plow on this gently. I don't feel like going up, whoops, all the way to the house, so I got this Allen wrench, so hopefully it will work. Once you get it moving, it probably will unsnap if it don't break. It's gonna break. Nope, it came out. You can see it was seized in extremely well. That's due to its age. So I'm going to take a 3/8 righty tighty lefty loosey, Needs to go this way. Put it on a spark plug, which is down here. Hopefully we can get to it without a extension. Hopefully. And do these one at a time so you don't get your plug wires mixed up. Where's it at? Oh, it's here somewhere. That's a bolt. That's satin. This one should be here. Oh, it is. I'm going to need an extension. Okay. Let's see. Is that it? I could use another extension, but I'm going to put it down here and hopefully it'll break loose. It did. Look at this copper, this spark plug. You see that? It's burnt down. Look what a gap. This will cause your coil packs to go bad. Just having wore out spark plugs. This is the factory one. You can see the difference in the size of the gap. Look. This will also help you get better gas mileage and have the vehicle run better and just act all better, just because it's getting more power, getting more spark, it's running top notch. That makes sense. But look at that. That's a big difference. Big difference. So we're gonna go ahead, put this in the same way. Try to without dropping it. Now these is pre-gapped. You can check your gaps if you want to, but I always just stick them in the hole, and if it runs bad, then worry about it. And most of the time from the factory, they do a good job on the Iridiums, because you don't want to mess that tip up trying to gap them. They make a special tool for that. So I'm starting it by hand. You want to make sure it starts by hand. Twist is in. Do not cross thread your spark plugs. Do not. You will have to have them drilled out. Well, you have to get the threads repaired, so you have to drill them out, put a helium coil in them, all that. Sometimes you can save them with a tap, but just don't cross thread your head, you know, your spark plugs into your heads, and just don't get in that mess. So if your spark plug don't start by hand, it's probably cross threading. I put that little universal joint on that so I can get out a little bit further. Let's see, righty tighty. Okay, need to go this way. And you can just do your plugs. You don't have to do just the spark plug wires with the plugs. You can do just plugs. But most of the time, spark plug wires are going to get damaged when you do this if they've been on there forever. Now, you don't want to over tighten these, but you want them snug. They are torque specs on these, but good luck, it needs torqued. So just try to get them as tight as it was when they came loose, because you don't want to strip your aluminum heads. Speaking of that, I got a Crown Vic once. I had to change spark plugs in, and I went to remove one of the plugs and I had to use a breaker bar. Let the engine warm up too, and it had Loctite on it, and they stripped the plug hole, and eventually that plug blew out on the highway, and that had to be helium coiled and fixed. That Crown Vic did. Had to take the head off. Wasn't a fun time. Was not. Forward for you. Let's see, new plug wire. Some of these are different lengths on your plug wires, so try to match them up the best you can. You can see that one's pretty close. Can you see the difference in sizes? They are almost the same, but some of them can be a little bit longer than others, so be mindful of that. This is what I use. I kind of put a hole in it, but it just takes a little bit. You can put it inside this is the old plug wire, so you can put it inside just like so, and then some here. And I keep it from giving you a hard time next time you go to take it off, and also it keeps moisture out. This is my old plug wires that I've been changing, the good ones that ain't broke when I take them off. These is hard to get a hold of, so most likely you will have to order these. So if you ever get in a situation that your new plug wires have to come off and maybe one of them breaks, have these put somewhere inside your vehicle or put up at your house so you have something to go back to, just so you ain't down a vehicle waiting a week or 2 or 3 days at a parts store waiting on your plug wires to come in. So let's go ahead and install this one. It just snaps on. You want to make sure they snap too. Feels good. This one goes to the top right here. Now I'm going to leave this one unplugged. You can plug it in so you don't get it mixed up, but I know that one goes to the top. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the back one and change all these. Come here, spark plug. Don't be that way.
Did you get it?
Yep. Oh God, that was about with you.
That one was gone.
Yeah, all probably gone.
You were fried.
So I got the other plug out. It's the same way as I just showed you, but you see the tip's gone. It burned in two because this ain't a proper plug for this. Too much voltage for this, just from the Mercedes. Do yourself a favor, get good plugs.
Don't reckon the end's down in it, do you?
What?
You don't think the end's down in the hole, do you?
That should be. I didn't feel it go down in the hole. I didn't feel it come off, to be honest about it.
Reckon it even had one on it?
It might have fell off. I don't think it fell down the spark plug hole. Hope not. We'll find out when we start it. That took some time getting them 2 spark plugs just in that spot. That's how come I didn't change them all in one day. My hand kind of cramps up too in places like that. So now I'm going to take my fingernail polish, paint that coil pack so I know all the spark plugs on this driver's side been changed. Now in a future video we might tackle them, but this video should cover it. I don't know if I will record putting spark plugs in the other side, just unless you enjoy this. But hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. The support helps me. And also, if you want to show me a little extra support, in the description below is my eBay store. There's tools and a little bit of everything on there. Check it out. Might find something you want to buy. Just leave me a note, note to seller. Thank you again. I'm gonna start this up and make sure it don't miss. Make sure I didn't break nothing. It should run better than it did before. If not, you broke something.